Hey guys, this is Dr. E from Dr. E Skateboard. So my single belt travel board that I made in 2 hours, it's it's very ganky, but it works really well. It's been helping me get around town in Korea here, and it also fits in my luggage. I chopped off the top off this 28-inch, so it's sort of like 26.5-inch. I put a little piece of L from the Home Depot so it stands up, which works out great, especially places, you go up escalator or something, you can just put your board down. The battery has been working great. The single belt worked out great because most of spots in Korea are flat because this country, all of the pedestrian roads, the sidewalks are huge, and they've just been designed for last 1,000 years or whatever, last 50 years, whatever. So they're flat, even if there's slight uphills and downhills, but mostly flat everywhere within the city where you're gonna be able to walk. The only parts you're gonna find very hilly is like going hiking up the mountain, which I'm not gonna do with this. So the single belt has worked out quite well. I need to tighten the motors belt a little bit. I do have some loosening because there's a lot of there are some roads that are made with these concrete blocks, so they're not super smooth. So on those times I'm just getting real bumpy. The 97 millimeters worked out much better than the 90 millimeters I had last time. So I'm going over the bumps, but I still want to ride those bumps a little bit smoother. So they have actually evolved skateboard here. They have a Korea. So I ordered online the Evolved 107 millimeter. That's the only one I can get here right now, 107. I would rather get Abec 107 cheaper, but it's hard to get those things here. So I'm going to try to see if I can get the 107s later this week. And hopefully that will be the perfect size. I feel like for such a small board like this, I really can't put on like air tires because I don't have the room. Unless I cut the board out, then it just doesn't become a small board anymore. So for a small board, I guess 107. You can go like TB 110, but they don't really have that here. So I'm thinking 107 could be the sweet spot because you can go cloud wheels like 120 millimeter. I really don't like the cloud wheels. They're a lot harder than urethane. For smaller boards like this. This is mostly riding on the sidewalks or like real smooth roads made for bicycles, which they have all over the place. So I just feel like this wheel is just near perfect. If I can get it a little bit larger for a small board, for a small portable board. Other than that, I've lost a bunch of screws. Even though these are nylon nuts, they actually came off. So I actually had to go to the local hardware store. But the good thing is I brought my what is it? The screw thingy, the thing that holds in your screw. So I actually put that on there, and now they don't really come off. So I know these nylon nuts. You might also want to apply additional. What is it? I forgot the word. Damn, in the Korea is too long. But yeah, been working pretty good, and I wish actually I had dual motor, but that's gonna kill my range. Obviously, I don't have room to put dual vest because this is like the conduit I bought from Home Depot. I just have it like this. The Velcro's been holding up real good because I need to swap out because the battery I'm using is this one right here. So I'm only running 5S. Now, another design factor for this small portable board, I wish I had used like a 6S LiPo because at this one is full voltage is at 21 volts, is at 20.99. So at that voltage with this motor, you're really not maximizing the motor. So I wish either I have gotten with a smaller motor, then I would actually have a tops. Well, I guess it's not too bad. Just a 6V54. This is plenty of power speed. I'm still my top speed like around 22 kilometers, which I think is fine because I didn't even bring a helmet, but I actually ordered one because I might have to stay for another month because my mom's in the hospital, and I gotta make sure she's okay until I come back. But yeah, everything else, the wheel's been holding up real good on the nylon nuts. They haven't really come off. Like I said, the back trucks, I guess, it vibrates a lot. So the nylon nuts came off. So I'm thinking a perfect small board, 107 millimeter, I think would be perfect to go over all those bumps and make it feel. Yet you have enough torque, because if you go any bigger than that, then you're gonna have your board's gonna become way bigger. You're gonna need a board that's longer, and that's not the purpose of this board. This is my prototype. But I'm basically designing the board because I might start a skateboard business here, and I want to design a belt-driven board because that way you can use larger wheels. Hub motor is just limited, and I might actually sell hub motors too, just because the cost. If you're doing a single belt, if you're doing single hub, there's just nothing to break. So that could be good for like people who just want something on super flat ground. You don't really need belt, you need a ton of power, but you really don't need a ton of power. And I can get around everywhere with just a single belt 6354. Like I said, I wish I had brought my 107 Abecs, which are sitting 5,000 miles away in San Francisco, Daly City. But yeah, it's been a good experience. I've been riding this like straight 2 weeks, and I'm just so glad I have this. I also ordered another a single hub motor that I might try to sell here. But yeah, Abec 107, the Evolved. Actually, they're just pretty much Abec 107 millimeter. We'll try that and see how that performs. And I shouldn't get wheel bite. I've got hella clearance. I just need to swap out the single pulley here, all right, which has been holding up real well. I got all the tools. I have brought an extra vest just in case breaks. I wanted to get another battery. I wanted to try like a 6S, but the thing is, I don't think it'll fit in this thing. Or maybe get two 3S batteries, or get two 4S batteries, and put set it up into 8S so I can actually increase it. So I'm like working with limited resources. Basically, I just brought this board in a couple parts, and I wish I had thought of this because where I live, it's not flat. I don't get to test out in flat space, but it seems like in a flat space, if you have like 97 works pretty good. I mean, I get flat surfaces go over most bumps, but I think 107 would be perfect for flat countries like this. The country's actually not flat, but where people walk and stuff, ride, it's very, very flat. So I'm actually getting tired of being on flat. So I've found this slight downhill, which is perfect for this board, because then you can sort of, you have a little bit of, I don't know, it almost feels like you're going downhill a little bit. Well, you are going downhill. So I'll have that video up. I made it. It's pretty cool. Me going through the city. It's like 30 minutes long, but it's a raw ride with this here. I just want to share my thoughts right now. So I'm ordering parts and ordering more boards, and we're still working on this prototyping in a real, city setting. So yeah, watch out for that. Really glad to be here. Stay tuned.